Hey, this is Rex, and today I've got a dinosaur deck profile. Now, dinosaurs are a really cool deck. I've always loved dinosaurs, especially in the anime, with Rex Raptor, even though he wasn't that cool, but I guess I'm the new Rex Raptor because, I'm Rex, and I guess I'm a raptor. But anyway, I used to play the old Yang Zing dinosaurs back when that was a thing on YuGiOh Pro. But now that dinosaurs are still kind of relevant again, because we got some things back, let's go ahead and profile it. Again, this is the profile for the month of June, which I was able to make in time for Jurassic June. Again, reminder, deck profiles are probably only going to be about once a month. The main content here is going to be anime stuff, but I'll be working on some Yu-Gi-Oh anime stuff pretty soon. But anyway, let's go ahead and start. So this is a very monster heavy deck. This much of the deck is monsters. So the first one is 3 Soul Eating Oviraptor. This is just such a good card for dinosaurs overall. And with the new dinosaurs, or at least, these ones, they came out like last year or so, or that was a long time ago that they actually came out, but for the most part, like the new dinosaurs that are the current ones, they focus around sending things to the graveyard and destroying your monsters, send them to the graveyard, banishing them, give or take, right? So this one is just really good for that overall, because when it's summoned, you can either add a dinosaur from your deck to your hand, or you could send one from your deck to your graveyard. So it's, your basic Stratos, or it's an Armageddon Knight, either one. And this is just so good. I wish, it'd be really neat if there were more cards like this for other types or archetypes, but that might be a little too powerful. Now, it does also have the additional effect of destroying one card on the field to special summon a Dinosaur monster from your graveyard in defense position. And you can only use the effect once per turn, but overall it's just very useful. There are some neat little combos with like this one card, or this card and like some other things in, again, other dinosaur builds, but for the most part, it's just a really good backbone for this deck, because one of the things that you can either search or just send straight to the graveyard is 3 Miscellaneousaurs. Now, this card was recently at 1, but a while ago it came to 3 on the ban list, and because, dinosaurs were really, really good. Again, mixed with some other things, but with a pure dinosaur build like this, it's still extremely useful, because you can just straight up send it from your hand to the graveyard, and it protects your dinosaurs from being targeted for that turn. But the useful thing is that once it is in the graveyard, you can actually banish it along with some other dinosaur monsters to special summon a dinosaur from your deck with a level equal to the stuff that you banished. Now, you are going to need a lot of stuff in the graveyard, sure. That's why it was, I think I played around with like, when this card first came out before we got like the rest of the support, I played around with like the grass is greener card. that was really funny. But point is, this is a good card again, because you can. Well, normally you're probably going to be searching other things, or if you want to get the effect off, but even if this is in your hand, you draw it, just send it straight to graveyard, and you can special summon things. You could summon Oviraptor. Now, what you summon is going to be destroyed, though, at the end of the turn, or at the end phase. So it's not, like, amazing, but, well, okay, it is amazing because you can get things going. Point is, these 2 cards are basically the backbone of the deck, along with everything else just serving as some other great meat. Now, this card is part of an archetype, and so I don't really like it, and I don't like how it looks, but it's good to the point where like people are actually playing it in non-dinosaur decks. Dino Wrestler Pancratops. Now what this card does is if your opponent has more monsters than you, you can special summon it to your field. And if it's on the field, you can tribute a Dino Wrestler and then destroy one of your opponent's cards. Now one way that's good is that it's monster effect destroying rather than like spell traps or whatever. And again, it's just dinosaurs, right? If you have it in your hand, you can special summon it. And so it adds as just fuel for things. Again, stuff you can banish with Miscellaneousaurs. So it's just useful in that sense. Again, I don't really like it, but that's all for the 3 of. So let's scoot these aside and start making way for some of the other cards. So we've got the big guy, Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. So this is basically kind of a boss monster of the deck. Now, obviously, you can search it out, so it's not too difficult. Now, this guy, he can't be normal summon. You have to special summon him by banishing things. So again, that's why just sending stuff to the graveyard is really good. You have to banish 2 dinosaur monsters in order to special summon it, but it does have some great effect. You can destroy one of your dinosaurs in order to basically just Book a Moon your opponent's stuff, right? So that's again with the dinosaur stuff. They're focused on destroying things, destroying their own things, send them to the graveyard, all that cool stuff. And it can attack all defense position monsters your opponent controls, so that's just good. Or all just straight up monsters. I forget the exact wording. Yeah, it can attack all monsters straight up your opponent controls once each. Does have also sort of a catastrophe effect where if it attacks a defense position monster, you can just inflict 1,000 damage to your opponent and then send that monster to the graveyard and stuff. So it's just so powerful if you can get it rolling, and if you can protect it with things like Miscellaneousaurs. That's why it's good. Now for other 2-ofs, we got 2 Beat Raptor. This is a new card that was like a promo. Now, what I like about this card is that while it's in a main monster zone, you negate the effects of all monsters in the extra deck monster zone. In this deck, you don't play a whole lot of extra deck monsters. I mean, you can definitely play them, but we got this guy here, which is just huge and beefy, and so we can pull some damage with that. And then just having this to be able to negate effects of your opponents like Link monsters or Xyz monsters, or, you know, not all of their Link monsters or Xyz monsters, but whatever's first in the main monster zone. Now, it does also have the effect that if it's destroyed by battle, and sadly it does have to be destroyed by battle, it can replace itself with another Beat Raptor from the deck. 2 is fine for now. Of course, you could play 3 in this deck, like it's all dinosaurs, but for the most part, I'm just using 2. It does have 2,000 defense, so that's pretty beefy. And again, it just works as fuel for, like, you know, other effects like Miscellaneousaurus. So I'm gonna move these aside because let's talk about the babies. The baby Pterosaurs and the Pteranodon, that's right. So these guys have sort of the same effect. What happens is, at least with Baby Pterosaurus, when it's destroyed by a card effect and sent to the graveyard, doesn't even have to be on the field. Like if it's destroyed in your hand, the effect activates, you're allowed to special summon 1 level 4 or lower dinosaur monster from your deck. No drawbacks at all. So if this gets destroyed, hey, just bring out Oviraptor. Oviraptor can search things and just keep things going from there. Now, Pteranodon can special summon things that are level 4 or higher, but they are not able to attack that turn. So yeah, you can summon some of your big beefy stuff, but like it's not able to attack that turn. Some builds are playing like, you know, 2 and 2, which that also works. I might maybe want to up that to that, but I'm basically just going Dinosaur Toolbox with this. You'll notice I'm not using the other baby, Dracalo, which is also pretty good, and it's a level 1 tuner, which made some great combos with Oviraptor. I have that card somewhere. It is somewhere. I have no idea where. But yeah, that's basically the baby brigade. So again, let me move those aside for a lot of the 1-ofs. We've got a Giant Rex and Overtex Quatless, and you know what? Let me just put everyone else here, as well as 2 Dogoran and a True King Fire Guy. I don't even know his name. So Giant Rex has the effect that if it's banished, you can special summon it back to the field with an attack boost. What makes that good is, you know, with Miscellaneousaurus being able to banish stuff, with Ultimate Conductor Tyranno banishing stuff, that's great. Again, Overtex Quatless has the effect that you can't normal summon it, but you can special summon it by shuffling 5 of your dinosaurs back into the deck from your banish zone. So that just helps refooling things again, because we're going to be banishing stuff. So these 2 have some synergy with the banishment effects, is that you can just get back a lot of them. And this one that, like, if it's banished, well, it just comes right back right away. Dogoran, because Kaijus are still good, unfortunately, he's still got 3,000 attacks, so you're going to be summoned to your opponent's side of the field. But we've got Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, which actually has 3,500 attack and can just beat right over Dogoran. And again, along with Dogoran, we've got the Fire True King. He does need to destroy fire stuff in order to special summon himself. Again, the True Kings, you can special summon them by destroying cards, 2 monsters you control. Can even be in your hand. So that's just got synergy. Dogoran is a fire, so is Miscellaneousaurus, and then of course the babies, you want to destroy them. That sounds weird or whatever, but point is, this is all, these are all just additional helpful monsters. You know, you can cut these guys in favor of like other useful things, or you can focus on a build more so with these guys. There are some builds that just go all in, you know, all in with the True King stuff. So there's that. But anyway, that's basically it for monsters, which is most of the deck. And lastly for the monsters are just some hand traps. Got a Ghost Ogre, the Ash Blossom, and the Effect Veiler. I should be playing 3 Ash Blossom rather than a Ghost Ogre. I just don't have 3 right now. Effect Veiler is still good and stuff. And again, you know, Ash Blossom is fire because you can also use that with True King. And so that's it for the monsters. Now on to spells, we've got the 1-ofs, Twin Twisters, Foolish Burial, Monster Reborn. Monster Reborn, just bring stuff back. Foolish Burial, again, to send stuff. We've got Oviraptor, but having this in spell form so you can like normal summon something and search and then send with Foolish Burial, that works. And then Twin Twisters, just good removal. Again, getting stuff to the graveyard is good. That's it for the 1-ofs. Let's talk about some of the other spells right now. Now for other spells, boom! Whoa, what could this be? It's actually Ultimate Evolution Pill, or Double Evolution Pill, whichever this one is. The one that costs a lot of money for a single card that I'm not gonna spend. But who knows, maybe in an updated version I'd like to do this. You could totally get away with not using it if you don't want to spend that much money on a single card. But at the same time, it's really useful. So if you're playing it online, just use it. If you're playing it in real life, you know, maybe trade up for it. I just haven't been to locals in a while. It's good because it special summons stuff from the deck. Now, one thing I actually didn't mention is that Overtext Quatless can actually search out evolution pill cards when it's destroyed. So useful there. For that, after that, sorry, to terraforming, because I want to search out Lost World, which is very, very useful, especially with our big guy, Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. What this does is that all monsters on the field lose 500 attack and defense unless they're a dinosaur. So, just dinosaur supremacy, basically. Basically makes this 4,000 attack. Okay, it doesn't really do that, but, you know, basically stuff. It also has the effect that when a dinosaur monster is summoned, you can special summon a token to your opponent's side of the field. These tokens are useful because, you know, if they stack up, then just, like, keep attacking them. And you can do the whole thing, like you can fill up your opponent's field, and then when it comes time to attack, just like boom, 1,000 attack, and then boom, you know, or not 1,000 attack, but 1,000 effect damage, stuff like that. Easily remove them because he can attack them all. Now, it does also have the effect that if your opponent controls the token, they can't target your dinosaur monsters. So you know that's pretty useful to protect them. So this, you know, basically just fill up your opponent's field with these tokens because you can special summon some things pretty often. It's useful. Now for the last three of course, Fossil Dig, because this just searches out dinosaurs, and what's crazy too is that it just searches a level 6 or lower dinosaur monster from your deck to your hand, which is useful. Sadly, we don't have like many big things or many like level 6 kind of stuff to be able to search, because like it's all pretty, everything is like all relatively low level, you know. Even Pankratops is like level 7, so you can't really even search it out, unfortunately, but still, you know, really useful, because it just searches out any of your other smaller useful dinosaur monsters. But anyway, that's it for the main deck. No traps, because deck wants to go fast and summon big monsters. Now, as far as the extra deck goes, I hope none of you are tired of me just showing off diet extra decks, but oh no, look, diet extra deck. I really need to get a full extra deck, but you know, just useful stuff. This guy's cool because, you know, you point him at your big guy here. You can inflict piercing battle damage. That's really nice. Logia is really good because Logia is always good, just being able to negate summons, and we play a lot of level 4s, so you can summon this thing. Again, you know, the extra deck's not super important, and especially since we're playing Beat Raptor, it's going to negate effects of stuff in the extra deck, or the extra deck monster zone. But yeah, just build the extra deck however you want. Most of the focus is going to be on your main deck stuff. But anyway, that has been it for the Dinosaur deck profile. Again, let me know what you think down in the comments below. You have any suggestions, any other maybe builds you'd like to see me try out? Maybe, you know, maybe not. I'm pretty happy with this so far. But again, you know, pure dinosaurs are just really cool. And I guess Giant Rex, should he go here? Where should he go? Let's put him here. But anyway, yeah, I really like the mix of like the main dinosaur kind of monsters. How we got like some mystic ones here, but also kind of some natural ones. I'd like more that are just straight up dinosaurs, kind of like Giant Rex and Beat Raptor, because that's really cool. I'm a huge dinosaur fan, love Jurassic Park and Jurassic World, all that cool stuff, and it's really cool to see the fandom grow. I know, random, because it's the deck profile, but who knows, maybe I could and should start making some Jurassic videos. But again, let me know what you think down in the comments below. And once again, deck profile is going to be about every month or so. Everything in between is going to be anime and movie related stuff. If you enjoyed the content, remember to leave a like, subscribe, show your support. I do want to remind you, hey, you should check out my other channels. This one I'm more active on, and it'd be really cool to have 10,000 subscribers overall sometime. I got like 3,000 here, 7,000 there. So overall, technically I have that. But if I can get access to YouTube Space LA, that'd be really cool. And I'm sorry if that sounds like ingenuine anyway, but like I'm just a big dork and I'd love to be able to do that. Still going to continue some deck profiles here because I really like them. And again, with dinosaurs, maybe this is one that I'll keep. Like this should honestly be my main deck just because I love dinosaurs so much. Anyway, that's been it. Yeah, this has been Rex. Have a nice day.